Hello. Hi, Zoila. Can everybody hear me and see me? Is there anybody here? Hi, Suzanne. Hi, Diane Major. Kirsten. Thanks to all of you for coming in. Hi, Kim G. Kim, I got your package today. Thank you very much for the squares and the nice note. I got some happy mail from Dee for my birthday. I'm going to share that today. Paula's not going to be with us. She had a doctor's appointment today. So I guess you guys are just stuck with me. I hope that's okay with everybody. I think there's only one more person I'm still waiting on squares for, and that's Maureen. Her husband ended up back in the hospital, so she said hers are going to be a few days late. Me and Paula are going to do a video chat tomorrow and go through all the squares that we've gotten so far. And I have a majority of the tags put on everybody's squares except for the ones that have came the last couple days. So that won't take very long. Um, all right, so I'm going to share this happy mail from Dee. It's for my birthday. Um, she, oh my gosh, she just is so funny. This is the birthday card that she put in the package. I don't know. Can you read that? Says, happy birthday to you. I hope today is awesome and you smile all day. Much love, Dee and Mark. So that definitely made me smile when I seen that. Okay, so in the bag here, he sent me 5 skeins of this baby alpaca. It's Peruvian alpaca. It is way super soft. And let's see. It says 95% alpaca and 5% acrylic. There is 164 yards per skein. It says super warm, super comfortable, bright and elastic. So I know it's really, really super, super soft. All right, so there's 5 of those. And then she sent me this hook set, which I can't wait to try. Don't mind my nails. Me and Marilee ran out of time to do my nails the other night, so she's making me wait till she comes the next time to do them. But this is one of them twist and lock hook sets that you put the hook in there. Oh, come on. There we go. And then you lock it down. There. Feels really nice to hold on to it. And it's got the little flat spot that I like. So that's the hook set that was in there. He threw this crochet magazine in for me because it's got some really cute patterns in there for me to try. Baby patterns. And here's the patterns that are on the back. I always get confused on which way to turn things in the camera. But it's Crochet World. And this hand-dyed yarn, this yarn is so gorgeous, guys. Look at that. And this is teal and purple. And I mentioned to Dee some time ago that I really wanted to get some teal and purple yarn to make something, because teal is her favorite and purple is mine, and I want to make something with those colors. So I'm thinking a duster. What do you think? Aren't these colors gorgeous? Oh, I just love them. It is just stunningly gorgeous. Okay, so that was Dee's birthday gift to me. And then in the bag, I don't know if all of you had seen the video that Dee did. Talia sent her a tote full of stuff, and she had put some things in there and asked Dee to send them to people, and I was one of them. And here's a little note. It says, to Diana D, I hope you enjoy this gift bag I put together for you. Merry Christmas and Happy New Year from Talia. And she made this little ornament. Isn't this cute? Look at that. Isn't that gorgeous? It's got a little gem at the bottom, or angel. And then there was come on. These little baggies don't like me. And then there's this stitch marker. Isn't that pretty? Green and looks like green and purple. And then I have never had one of these before. And it says it's a clear quartz. Divine energy is what it says. This is like the little paper that came with it. And look at this. That is so pretty. I've never gotten anything like this before, so this is really neat to me. Hi, Katie. Thanks for coming in. Hi, Jen. So that's what I got from Talia that came in Dee's bag. So I'm super excited to have gotten stuff like that. And before I forget, one thing Paula asked me was to let everybody know that if you're going to make an outfit for the Mars doll, she asked that the top be buttoned up because the doll's head is bigger. So she said to make sure that it fits, to do it so the top buttons up. Hi, Anastasia. So yeah, she asked me to mention that today. Hi, Carla. See if I don't think I missed anybody else. All right, something else I wanted to show was Michi had done a tutorial on a beanie that she designed. And here's that beanie that I made. I think the design is really pretty. I used thinner yarn, and I had to make one adjustment. She did the half double cross stitch, and I had to do the full double cross stitch because the half double with this yarn, since it was so small, it just made it look like a small knot. It didn't have the cross design, so I made it the full cross stitch, which is right here. So, and you can see it a lot better being the full one. So I have to tuck my end in there, but I made one with the variegated yarn, and I'm going to make one with a solid color also. And I think I'm going to go ahead and find a 4-weight yarn for the solid so that I can follow her exact pattern. A while back, I had made with the same yarn, I had made this scarf. Infinity scarf, and then this hat. So now I've got the infinity scarf with 2 hats that I could wear that match. Thank you. Anastasia, me and Paula are going to do a video chat tomorrow and go through all the squares and stuff that we have. Hi, Pebbles, and figure out if we're going to be short or if we're not going to be short. And so as soon as we go through all of that, I will be letting everybody know. I only have the squares that came in the last couple of days to put tags on, and then all the squares will be tagged so that when you get the squares, you'll know who made what square. But the squares that have come in are just so pretty. I can't wait to see it all put together. There was something else I was going to tell you about the friendship Afghan. Now I can't remember. Oh, Maureen's husband ended up in the hospital with, he's got some heart issues, and she's going to be a little bit late getting her squares to us. I talked with Paula, And I think I'm going to get a hold of Maureen today and find out how he's doing and stuff, and how late she thinks she's going to be with her squares. And I might end up just sending everybody what squares we have, and then when Maureen's square gets here, I can send that to everybody if they, want to do that, because then you can get started putting it together, and then just add the last square when Maureen gets them to me. So if everybody's okay with that. Um, don't forget today, Dee and Mama G have their dib sale going on, and that's going to be super fun. They are doing the dib sale, plus they are gifting things throughout the night, and there will be some hand-dyed hanks of yarn put in random packages, so you won't know till you get it whether you get a random hank of yarn or not. It's going to be a lot of fun. So hopefully, Zoila, can you drop the link for their dib sale for me, please? Yes, prayers for Maureen, please. Yep, it is terrible having to go through something like that. Okay, Diane and Kim. I mean, it doesn't matter to me. I just know that if some want to get started on it, I'd be more than happy to send you all the squares that we have, and then send you Maureen's when it gets here. Oh no, Zoila. Is Zoila's mom still in the hospital? I haven't heard. I haven't really been on a whole lot of YouTube this week, being sick with this stupid cold that hit me and just doesn't want to leave. Hi, Darcia. Okay, sounds like everybody's okay with waiting. I will email Maureen today and find out how late she thinks it's going to be, and then we can go from there. I'm so excited about getting everybody's squares and starting to put them together. Oh, Anastasia, you think she still is in the hospital? All right, well, prayers for Maureen and her mom too. So much sickness going around right now. It's kind of scary. Um, I have also, I know that I talked a while back about cleaning my craft room or yarn room, and I have some bags that have projects in them that I started and never finished. And I know you guys said that you would be interested in seeing what I have. So I'm wondering, the beginning of March, what your thoughts are if I do a like a pop-up live, or even do it on a Thursday and show what stuff that I have, and if anybody's interested. Hi, Tank. Maureen's husband was in the hospital. He has something going on with his heart. So I'm hoping that he's out by now, but I haven't, like I said, I haven't really I didn't want to bother her, so I figured I will email her today and find out how he's doing. Also, I've been looking at baby patterns, and I don't know if it's because I'm getting old, if it's my brain that just isn't catching on to what I'm supposed to be doing. But I am having a terrible time finding patterns. I see pictures of what I want, and then when I click on it, I can't never seem to find the pattern. So I don't know if things have changed, on the internet, but um, I'm having to make two of a lot of things since Michael's having a boy and Kaylin's having a girl. And one of the things that I have found the last few days is have you ever seen the star? It's kind of like a sleeping bag, but it's a star. It's got a hood. That's the one that I was trying today to find the pattern for. I see all kinds of people are making them, and you click on the picture, but it doesn't tell you where to get the pattern. Yes, Anastasia, it's very annoying. Diane Major says Maureen's husband is home and going to work, which he's not supposed to. Oh no, I hope he isn't rushing it too fast. You're right, Diane Major. It's like, what do they call that, clickbait? Hi, Marie. You know, it should be as simple as you click it and it takes you to where to purchase the pattern or to the free version of the pattern, something. But it's like you have to be a private investigator and find the secret code in the post to go to the pattern. It's so frustrating. Yeah, it is, Diane. Yep, it's like they have it hidden somewhere in there. So, but that's what I have been working on is trying to get some of the baby patterns together, print them out, or save the links if it's a tutorial. Buying some patterns. I know that I want to do one of them covers for the baby's car seats, which there's tons of them out there. Um, Kaylin is going with the baby elephant things, and Michael and Hannah has chosen the Highland cow theme for the baby's room. But secretly, I am trying to put together a fireman's basket. I found the pattern for the basket that's fireman pants with the suspenders. And then I want to make like the fireman's outfit with the helmet to put in that basket, along with a fireman color Afghan and different things like that. Um, Again, it's kind of tricky trying to locate those patterns, but I totally want to surprise him with that because he is on the fire department here in town. So I think that would be really cool to surprise him and have baby items that are the firemen. Kim G, no, I have not seen the elephant border for a blanket. Pebble says, try the yarn suppliers that have patterns. It's easier than all the clicks. You're right, Pebbles. That is true too. And I have gotten some patterns from those types of sites. And the pattern doesn't have to be free. It's just even if you're going to pay for the pattern, you shouldn't have to take an hour trying to find the link to click on to get to the pattern. That's what frustrates me. Oh, thank you, Kim G. Did you do that for your son too, Diane Major? Was it the fireman outfit in Afghan? Oh, Anastasia, isn't that so neat that you get to find out? We waited. My daughter Kaylin has tried for many, many years to have a baby, and she's lost everyone that she has gotten pregnant with. And so this one is very special because she's made it further along now than she's ever made it. And it's sounding like this one is going to be okay. So she's still on that edge where she doesn't want to get too excited in case it doesn't happen, but she knows that she's made it past, any of the other ones. And I want her to start getting to be happy. So I want to get started making some things for the baby and start getting. She got the crib and the bassinet, and we've been trying to find. They have, I guess now they have a stroller that or car seat that turns into a stroller, and we're trying to find out if that is a good way to go. We need more reviews on it, to find out if it's safe, if it's not safe, that kind of thing. Oh, awesome, Stella's mom. I'm glad you got it. Linda, crochet patterns. No problem, Zoriel. How's your mom doing? Somebody said they thought your mom was still in the hospital, huh? That's got to be rough on you going back and forth to the hospital and stuff. Um, I got an email yesterday too from Ice Yarns. I haven't gotten an email from them for a long time, but they sent an email out saying that they got more of the Picasso rainbow yarn. They got more in stock again. So it must have died down enough that they can actually keep that in stock now. It's that one that Bod used for a long time, and people were going crazy ordering it for a while. It is Anastasia. It is. She wants to be happy, but at the same time, she doesn't want to get her hopes up. Because it's very devastating when you lose a baby like that. Oh, Zoila, I hope everything turns out good for her. Yeah, so right, she just decided the elephant thing the other day. So now I gotta start looking for elephant patterns for her, and I'm still looking for the fireman patterns for Michael. But I'm really excited about the fireman theme, because it's so much. It's always about the mom when it comes to having a baby, and in this situation, Michael's my son, and Hannah's my daughter-in-law. Her mom is spoiling her rotten with all the Highland cow stuff. So I thought it would be kind of neat to make something with the fireman theme so that Michael can be excited too. For sure, Zoila. Continued prayers for your mom and your family and you. Yeah. So we've started looking for things, and Kaylin, she said she's happy that if people don't give her brand new stuff, she says it's not. The point is that the one thing she does want to make sure she gets new is the baby's car seat. Nowadays you have to be so careful with the car seat. If somebody was to get in an accident, then they say the car seat is no good. And if you buy it secondhand, you don't know what all that car seat has been through. So she did say that she would like to have that brand new, but everything else, she said, things cost so much money nowadays, and babies grow so fast that they outgrow a lot of the stuff before they even wear it in. So she said she's perfectly fine with the family getting her used items or hand me downs, all of that. So that was pretty cool. Yeah, you're right, Darcy. It does. It does. And right now, with all the sicknesses and stuff going around, you just have to be careful. Tank says the fire department personnel can check any car seat to make sure it's in good shape. Oh, they have a way of checking them out, Tank. I didn't know that. That's good to know. Up until a few years ago, I didn't even know that car seats have an expiration date on them. And, when my kids were little, we always used hand-me-down car seats because they didn't stay in them very long. When Michael and Sam were little, uh, I didn't keep my kids in car seats hardly at all. They were laying on the floor on a blanket or in a bassinet or something like that. But now, from what I hear, a lot of mothers at that time, their kids spent a lot of time in the car seats. Yes, Pebbles, we have been watching the Facebook Marketplace, and I have found a couple things on there. Tank, I'm gonna have to check into that because that's really good information to know. Marie says thanks. Pauline's tests aren't going well. They think she may have an infection in her hip implant. Oh no. Prayers for her. Zoil, I don't think you can take a newborn out of the hospital here in Illinois without a car seat also. Because if I'm not mistaken, they actually walk you out to your car and make sure that you put the car seat in the car and have it strapped properly before they let you leave. I'm that I could be wrong, but I'm thinking that's how they do it. I really hope that there's no infection in that hip implant. That would just be miserable. Pebbles, I don't know of any other neighborhood groups in my area, but I'm from a small town, so I don't, maybe that's something they do in the bigger towns. You're right, Darcia. Me and my sister were just talking about that the other day that we didn't have car seats. We were jumping around in the back seat while our parents were driving down the road, or um, I remember, I'm not sure how old I was, but my dad had a camper on the back end of his truck, and they were taking us out to the pool one day, and um, he went up this hill, and it wasn't a very steep hill, and some car pulled out in front of him, and he had to hit the brakes pretty fast, and when he did, I flew backwards and flew right out the door of the camper and slid down the hill on my back. So back then we didn't have car seat belts. There was a lot of cars that didn't even come with seat belts back in the day. But Pebbles, I will definitely check for other um, things in my area. I found out yesterday that the Goodwill in my area, February 8th is the last day. They're closing their doors on February 8th, so they're not making enough money at that store. I don't believe that. I don't believe that. Times are so rough right now. I think a majority of people are going and buying things secondhand. You know, it's just my opinion, but and the stuff that they get, they don't pay for it. People donate it. So how could they not be making money? I mean, I can guess why, but people, maybe if people took a pay cut, then they could make some money. But it is sad, Zoila, because it's the only that's the only goodwill for miles. You have to drive 30 to 60 miles to get to another one. Hi Dee, thanks for coming in. Yeah, Diane, that's how it is here too. They literally watch you put the car seat in the car. They make in the room, they make sure that you seat belt the baby in the car seat properly. And then when you get outside, they watch you put the car seat in the car, make sure it's seat belted properly and everything before they even let you leave. Excuse me. Right, Diane Major. It costs a lot for them executives to survive, for sure. Jen Reeves says Goodwill charges a lot for things, and sometimes you can get Walmart items cheaper. You're right. You're right. Very true about that. You do. You have to really pay attention to the prices on things in there. Zoila says, I don't understand. They are getting donated items. They are making a profit. It's all about the rich getting richer. Very right. Yep. And that's sad because, I mean, I don't know if it's true or not, but I heard the CEO of Goodwill um, makes more money. The amount that he makes yearly is just makes you sick to your stomach. Garcia says most cars sure didn't come with seatbelts in the back seats. I wish they put the button back on them to turn on your high beam lights, right? Hi, Gwen. Thanks for coming in. Gwen says, got to go to the local thrift stores here that has good prices. Well, but that's the thing is, Goodwill shut down most of the other secondhand stores in this area. And now look, now they're going to close, so we're not going to have anything. Yeah, Diane, they are. It's sad. Um, You can find that info online for the big guys and actually all the chapters too. Wow. Oh, Gwen, that's awesome. Gwen says that the Goodwill there pays for the community outreach with store sales. I think that's awesome. I remember years ago when Goodwill first opened in Kewanee, which is 10 miles from me, there was a family that lost everything in a house fire. And somebody had taken the family to Goodwill and asked if they could each pick out an outfit because it was in the middle of the night. The house caught fire. The only thing they had was the pajamas that they had on. And I still remember Goodwill telling them that they could not pick out a free outfit for each one because they don't donate um, to families in Kewanee area. They donate to families in the Peoria area, which is an hour from us. And the Peoria area has like 5 Goodwill stores. Made no sense to me. Made no sense whatsoever. Yes, Zoila, at least they are giving back to the community. And Gwen says women in abuse shelters can go get clothes for self and children. That is awesome. That is really awesome. Zoe says, I went to the grocery store and a dozen eggs were $16. What the heck? I know, I know. We were complaining 2 weeks ago about how eggs went from 99 cents and they're now up to almost $10 a dozen. Hi, Lulu. Right, Anastasia. It would not have hurt them one bit to give each family member an outfit to wear. I personally quit going to that Goodwill store after I heard that story. And I heard it from a good source, you know. So it's sad. Darcia, they did that here. They closed down Value Village thrift stores. See? And what you're supposed to do now, all the thrift stores have closed because Goodwill come in. And then over the years, the Goodwill started separating name brand things from generic things. And if you got anything that was name brand, you paid dearly for it. And now it's just to the point where they're closing the doors and there's nothing left. Um, we luckily get farm fresh eggs mostly. Um, we've had to go a few weeks without them, you know, because they weren't laying because of the weather or this or that. But luckily, we have enough people in the area that are selling farm fresh eggs that I will pay them $3 to $5 before I pay a grocery store 10. Zorla said she used to donate to the Goodwill. Now she gives it to the family shelter near her. They are so greatly for anything. I wonder how I could do that here because we have abuse and battered shelters by me, but they don't tell you where they're at. Oh, Gwen, no way. She said the farm fresh on marketplace is putting their prices up too. Diane Major, my mother refused to give our good things to Goodwill. She only liked 2 places because they didn't sell to the needy. They gladly have them free. That's awesome. We do have one place that's about 20 miles from here that you don't pay for anything. Anything they don't have a lot, but what they do have, you don't pay for anything. But they will take all kinds of donations, and it doesn't matter what your income is. You know, it's straight across the table for everybody. So I have donated there before, and the Abilities Plus, um, it helps the disabled people get to doctor's appointments and learning skills, all that stuff. They they um, they had a resale shop, but I'm not sure if it's still open. Because I haven't been to that part of town for a while. But I'm getting ready to have some things to donate again, so I will definitely be checking that out. Um, Diane Major, find those shelters. You can call them. They will tell you. All right. I will see if I can come up with some phone numbers for that, Diane. Jen reads, I'm thinking about setting up a table out front and putting things there for free. Oh, that's a good idea if you live in a good area for that. Yeah, where I live, there's not much traffic. You know, my neighbor is a business, so there's not a whole lot of traffic for to do something like that. But my son now he bought my mom's house, which is on the corner of the main street in town, and we've discussed having a yard sale this summer down there and offering a lot of free stuff at the yard sale. So we might even do that. Oh my gosh, Pebbles, I have heard that. That is so ridiculous. How could they arrest people for helping the homeless? I seen one video of a couple that got arrested for giving this homeless person a sandwich to eat. It's so sad. Linda, I donate to local churches who have thrift stores. Ooh, I never thought about that. I should check into that. Most churches and shelters have thrift stores. I did not know that. I will definitely be checking into that. And Tank says you can overcome the law by sending it to their PayPal account. Yes, Diane Major, they will arrest, some places will arrest you for helping the homeless. It's sad. Yep, Pebbles, they do set up food things here in the local parks in the summertime, but it's none of it's free. You have to pay for it. Hi, Ellen. Thanks for coming in. Yeah, a lot of sad things in our world these days, that's for sure. Tank says the Jehovah Witnesses have a pantry and clothing store free to anyone. I donate to them. I'm not sure. I think Kiwani might have one of those churches. And Diane says, I always kept $20 in my purse to hand to them. I can't believe people are arrested for helping others when they need help and are desperate. This is why I hate humans. It's sad, Diane. It is very sad. And I mean, this is just stuff that we've heard about. Can you imagine things that happen that we've not heard of or seen? You know, we don't have homeless people in the town that I live in. 10 miles away, they just started talking that they are starting to notice homeless people there. And of course, the bigger cities around us, which is like an hour from me, they have homeless people. Um, I don't know. I can't understand how someone could not feel bad for threatening to arrest someone for giving somebody that's living on the street and that's hungry food. Hi, Ola Joe. Thanks for coming in. Pebbles, in the past, I'd have a bag of lunch, water, and small toiletries. And that's a good thing to have on hand. Yeah. Um, I am thinking of uh, finding a place to get stuffed animals. My daughter's boyfriend is a county police officer in my area, and I asked him one day if they carry the stuffed animals around in the trunks of their cars for if they go to a call and there's children there, you know, that way they can give the children a stuffed animal to calm them down and things like that. And he said that they have done it in the past, but they haven't had any for a while. So I'm thinking I would like to find a place to get those and donate those. Diane Major, I bring scarves and hats downtown and hand to the homeless. If anyone tried to stop me, they would have to arrest me for sure. I know that feeling, Diane. Yeah. Hi, Dina. Thanks for coming in. Um, Diane Major says, I don't argue things normally, but I would stand my ground if I am helping someone and they told me I can't. Infuriating. So true. All right. So, yeah, if anybody has any baby patterns, if you could share the links with me, that would be great. I'm right now I'm making out a list and printing out patterns as I find them. Um, but anything fireman related or elephant related, I would be more than happy to have some help finding some cool things to make with those for the new grandbabies. I have till July, but having to make double of things, July could possibly come pretty fast. Diane Major says, ask your son. I'm sure he knows some POs and see if they can get to the caseworkers who come to the scene to help children. Oh, for stuffed animals, Diane? Oh, thank you, Diane. That would be so helpful. If you find anything, just let me know. You know, at least if you find a link for me to go and purchase the pattern or download the pattern, you know, I just cannot get over the fact that I'm having such a hard time finding the link to the patterns. Yes, Diane, it will be here soon, you know, faster than I think for sure. Kim G, sometimes the homeless people have been refusing help and want to stay on the streets. In some areas, there's a lot of drugs involved. Some people have become thieves and hurting ones who help. You know, Kim, I have heard that too. And, it's sad that they feel they have no choice but to live like that. Pebble said she has networked with her caseworkers to get the Sun Bunnies to little hands. That is so cool. Um, yeah, I got your box and adorable, adorable, adorable. Diane Major says they have some people like that in her area too. It, you know, it, I just can't even think of why they wouldn't want to accept the help. But then again, we don't know what the situation that they come from. Diane Major says, I've had them refuse hats and scarves and other things, even when shivering cold. Yeah, Kim G, I've seen some of these people and understand the reason for some of the laws. That's sad. D says, Mark said the mayor here in Romulus store down all the homeless people's tents and cardboard boxes they were living in. He didn't want to feed them, so he didn't arrest them. He just tore down their tents. That is terrible, D, especially this time of year. Yes, Ellen. I don't know if it's happened everywhere, but in Illinois, they closed down, um, I would say 95% of the mental hospitals and stuff. So families, they have no way of getting help for their loved ones. They took the really severe ones from these places, and all they did was put them in prison so that they could keep them, um, I don't even know the right wording for it, but safe, from hurting others or themselves. But the ones that weren't severe, they just let them out on the streets. Well, these people, they don't know how to cope or deal with reality like most people do. They needed help. Lacey, I've been homeless, and most homeless people do want to get a place to live, but it's a struggle pulling yourself back up because it's really expensive being homeless. That's too bad, Lacey. Diane Major, I am only imagine, Lacey, it's a really horrible position to be in. And then people make it even harder to pull yourself up and out. That's the part, Diane, that really stinks is you're right. They make them work double hard to get up out of that. And a majority of the people didn't get that way because of them, you know. Pebble says, I've experienced domestic and homeless shelters. It's an eye opening experience. I bet it is, Pebbles. Lacey said she was homeless from December 2016 to November 2018, and then again from August 2023 to October 23. I'm so sorry, Lacey. Diane Major absolutely can be, Ellen, and that makes it really hard to help them at all. You can't, others with mental illness backgrounds can only. With the education and mental illness can only help them. Sorry, I typed that incorrect. You're good. Kim G says, Lacey, there are lots of good people. I am only referring to the ones that aren't. Well, and Kim, I'm sure a lot of that is the there is good people out there, but the bad people ruin it for the good people. I can't help but think that it's the same way with homelessness as it is with just everyday living. Pebbles, now we both have a place to call home, Lacey. That's awesome, Pebbles. Diane says, nobody in this country should ever be without food and homeless. I agree. I agree 100%. Lacey says, actually, I took what could have been bad and turned it to good. I helped less fortunate homeless by feeding them, clothing them, provided some with medicine, gave them water, and two, I gave $5. That's awesome, Lacey. Welcome back, Zoila. Lacey said she hooked them up with the services to get them a home and become a go-getter. That's Lacey, that is so awesome. And between for people looking for their homeless family members they were worried about. Oh my gosh, I never even thought about what the family goes through trying to find their loved ones. Zoila says, usually the good ones you don't hear from. It's the wrong people that are louder. That's true too. Yeah, that's true and it's sad. And the thing is, I started making hats for, there's a new homeless shelter that's going to be opening. It's about 30 miles from me, but when I originally talked to the lady that knew all the details and stuff, she's telling me that they were going to open and that they're going to need everything. And then when I sent her a message and said that I had some hats that I started putting together to donate, she then turned around and directed me to donate them to a hospital or something like that. But that's not what I collected them for. Lacey, I went to the library, and around the time I showed up, they were having meetings about how to deal with the homeless. They used me as an example that not all homeless people are the same. Wow, that's awesome, Lacey. And I think with you being homeless and helping the homeless now that you're not homeless just says wonders about you. You're right, Lacey. And I have heard that more than once lately that your whole life can change in the blink of an eye. That everyone needs to think of that. You might feel like you are safe now, but that could change in the next second or two. Yes, Diane Major, I am super happy about that too. Right, Pebbles, only one paycheck away. Become disabled, only one step away. Diane Major, I am almost there, Lacey, almost. I'm sorry to hear that, Diane. But yeah, it doesn't take much. It doesn't take much at all, and it's quite scary if you think about it. Linda says, Diane, I donate directly to the organizations who work with the homeless. My sister and I work with Rhode Island Help the Homeless. I'll have to see if they got anything like that in Illinois, Linda. Lacey says, I helped children that were being abused in a shelter and ended up outside a church where this woman was abusing the children in the daycare there. God used me in mighty ways. Wow, Lacey. Yes, he does work in great ways, Diane. Wow. All right, ladies, I am going to get off of here. Please don't forget, Dee has her live tonight, her dib sale with Mama G, and right after that, Ganny Joe is doing her very first live. So if you haven't joined or subscribed to Ganny Joe yet, please do. She is a hoot. She is amazing, and I really think it's going to be a good time. Many of us live paycheck to paycheck or check your check. You're right, Zoila. There's a lot of us that do. Diane Major, I always told my kids that when they were small, when I handed the homeless money, one day that could be you. And that's very true. Thank you, Zoila, for dropping Ganny Joe's link. Hi, Daigo. Lacey said her staying in the park, she drove the drug dealers away. That's awesome, but that's scary too. Yeah, if we all do our part, we could be helping somebody. That is great too. Yes, Linda, today is a very busy lineup, and I think it's going to be an exciting day between Dee and Mama G's dib sale, um, Ganny Joe. What Daigo says, I'm planning to go live and have $100 costume jewelry sale in about an hour. Would drop your link, Daigo. Anybody that's into some jewelry, she's going to have a sale in about an hour. Right, Lacey. Who I don't think anybody would ever think that it could be them. I mean, it's sad, it's scary, all of that. Dee says, bye everyone. Hope to see you later. We are having giveaways to celebrate Mark and Mama G's birthdays too. Oh, I forgot about that. Yes. Linda, together we can do great things. That's my sissy, and I'm saying, I agree, Linda. I totally agree. Lacey, that's awesome. Oh, Zoila dropped your link, Daigo. Okay, please leave your thumbs if you wouldn't mind. And don't forget, February 27th is my birthday party, and I'm going to have lots of giveaways and things that night. And I hope to see everybody there to help me celebrate. 1 o'clock Central Time, as it's a Thursday as usual. So come, set your notifications for the 27th. That's awesome, Lacey, that you got a house. You're welcome, Diane. Gwen, my email is right here. Oh, Gwen, that's so nice of you. Bye, Darcia. Have a good day. Paula, she just had her yearly physical today, so hopefully she gets good news. I will definitely tell her, Diane, though. No, Daigo, D is going live at 5 p.m. Central Time, I believe, right, Zoila? 5 p.m. Central Time, D and Mama G's dib sale. Yeah, Lacey, I think you've really come a long ways, and I think that's amazing. Lacey said this one had everything I needed, including a washer and dryer, and didn't even have to pay a deposit. Utilities are included too. Oh my gosh, Lacey, that is amazing. 6 p.m. Eastern, Digo. Oh, Diane Major, don't say that. I hope things go well for you. I wish I had the money to buy a big apartment building or a house, and any of my friends that needed help could just move into their own room. I just, I think that would just be amazing if I could do something like that. Yes, Diane Major, we will keep you in our prayers. All right, guys, have a good day, and I will see you later tonight on the YouTube streets or next Thursday. Hey, Zoila, you're welcome anytime. All right, everybody have a good day. Love you all. Bye.